Well, we finished modeling the airplane, and now it's time for some tweaking. And so let's go to vertex. Let's try to correct some of the odd things that we may find, like these vertices here. So here as well, this is a bit too round, a bit too bulky on the back side. Now, I would like to show you something. So as I move this vertex, the vertex on the other side, it's not moving. So since this is, let's go to Modeling Toolkit and put the symmetry to object X, because as I was saying, since this is a mirror, we mirror the geometry, if you remember that. So that means both sides are the same. And as you can see, well, not with this tool, yeah. So with the transform, you can see that now with the symmetry on, remember I put it to object X, if I select one vertex on one side, the same vertex on the other side, like you can see, moves as well. So that means this is quite handy because you don't have to worry about the vertices that are on the other side and that in fact are the vertices that we mirrored. So that leaves me to worry just about the vertices on one side, knowing that what I'm doing on this side of the plane is happening on the other side as well. So what I'm doing, as you can see, is something that I did before, and it's trying to make the geometry, trying to make it look nice. And it's really important that you have a nice clean geometry. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying that this part of the airplane, this back here, is, I'm adjusting it so that it makes more sense with the rest of the elements of the airplane style, like the elevator and the rudder. It was a bit too bulky. It wasn't okay. So yeah, so now let's go to a different situation. So on the wing, on the left wing, if I select this vertex, as you can see, the same vertex on the right wing is not selected. That is because this is not a mirror of, oops, what is that? I'm sorry, it looks like we have two left wings. Let me see, let's go to the outliner, hit F to go to the object selected. And yeah, as you can see, we have, somehow I duplicated it and I didn't realize, so I just deleted one and now I have only one. So like I was saying, if I select this vertex here, there's no vertex selected on the right wing, and that is because the left wing is not, the left wing is not a mirror of the right wing. If you remember what we did, was duplicate the right wing, and then scale it -1 on x, and that means we made the left wing out of the right wing, so it's not a mirror. That means I have to select both vertices on each wing, or I could just delete one of them and then do exactly the same after all the tweaking. So I could just let's suppose I would delete the left wing, and then I would just tweak the right wing and adjust everything, and then I could just duplicate it and do as I did before, and that was duplicated and scale it -1 so that I could have a copy of the right wing on the other side, which is the left wing. So let's go to the outliner again, and we can just go over what we have on the outliner and just organize it, because it's quite messy, our outliner. I can start with the right elevator, which is not the right elevator anymore. It's a group of the two elevators of the airplane, the left and the right one. So I'm just renaming it. So this polysurface 21 is actually the right elevator. So R for right, and now elevator. And that means this one, the polysurface 22, is the left elevator. So L elevator. Now this one is the rudder. So there's only one, so there's no left or right, it's just the rudder. And this one, actually these ones are the wheels. So this is the wheel group. Wheel GRP for group. Now we have the right wheel, the left wheel, okay, and now the landing gear. It's actually not the right landing gear, but it's the landing gear group. Okay, and inside we have, actually we have another group, so there's something wrong with it. Let's remove these guys from this group. So I'm holding middle mouse button to remove them from the group, and I'm dragging them out of the group. This one didn't go out of the group. And this one didn't as well. Let's try again. So I'm using middle mouse button, and now we can just delete this. We can now rename this. So this is the right landing gear. And I'm just copying it, and I'm pasting it here and changing the R for L for left. Now let's go to the wings. So this is the wings group. And yeah, again, it's too messy. Yeah, so this is the wings group. So wing underscore GRP. This one is the right wing, so R wing. And this left wing is inside the group, so I'm removing it as well, just like I did before. I'm holding middle mouse button. Now left wing. We can delete all this, and this transforms, we don't need it. This one was left behind, okay. And the propeller. Okay, so and this is, what is this? I think this is nothing. So It's a group with transforms and stuff that we probably did and are not using anymore. So maybe something I used to help me modeling the airplane, and we don't need it, so can delete it. And let's go. Actually, yeah, let's close all this and make a group with all the geometry of the airplane. So I'm holding control and selecting what I need. And I don't need the cameras, I only need the geometry. So I just hit Control G to create this group with all the geometry, and now I'm gonna call it Airplane Geo Group. Okay, so now we have an organized outliner, and we can hit 3. Don't forget that before printing you should hit 3 on your keyboard so that it goes to smooth mode. See how it looks like, and now we can save this, and this is gonna be the airplane finished. So it is finally finished, and that's it.